laboratory grew faint around me.
House wide. House wide.
I stopped. No change. Everything exactly as it had been before. But no, the clock said 6:31 when I started, and now it was 8:09. And the candle, shorter by inches. And yet by my watch, which was in the machine with me, only a few seconds had passed. And as yet I was traveling very slowly. What if I went faster? Push the lever on toward even greater speed.
House wide. House wide. House wide.
What's so funny? What's so funny? What's so funny? What do you mean? Laughing before I even got here today. Hey, good evening to you, my friends. Good evening to you. Well, you know, this is an evening I've looked forward to. This is an evening I've been dreading. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I have no idea exactly what's going to happen tonight, but I'm so glad you're all with me on the same page. And yes, this is your professor right here tonight, high in the hills of Petticoat. Yes, I thought rather than take you up into my inspirational space station like a lot of my shows, I thought I'd keep you down here to Earth tonight, talk about some earthly things. You know, maybe just you could ask me anything. That is the theme of this show tonight, and you know, it just kind of came out of the blue, out of kind of wondering what else I could do. You know, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm big on improv. Those who know me for a long time know that I've had shows where, like my Dark Side of Oz, my Tales from the Big Blue Chair. That's a great one. Where I invite an audience in for $5. They could pay at the door, or they could spend 5 minutes and sit in a big blue chair. And once I sat in the big blue chair, well, then anything could happen. And that's exactly what my goal was to create performers. Just as an interactive, it works really well. People come in, sit in that chair, and anything could happen. In that chair was a microphone right in front of their face, being held by a mannequin's hand. I used to hold a tennis racket, encouraging people to talk. And that is kind of where we are tonight, because tonight I would encourage you guys to talk. You're going to ask me questions tonight, anything you want. I'm going to give it my best shot. And speaking of shots, I'm gonna work really hard tonight to be truthful, honest, no holes barred. I don't have anything to hide in my life anyway. What you see is what you get with your professor right here on Wednesday nights. You know, no big secrets in my world. But I will tell you that I have the knowledge. I have the knowledge of an old fake professor, and I'm going to apply it tonight best I can. I'm going to be looking over a lot over here into my side chat just to see if my friends are already checking in. I see quite a few already, and I'll turn around and we'll chat a few minutes before we get started. But yeah, I have a challenge for myself. I have a challenge for you. I hope I can make this challenge happen in this real world. What I'm going to attempt to do tonight is answer all your questions as truthfully and honestly as I can. I have right here, as you will see, my kitchen clock timer, which I use all the time either to time my laundry or time my eggs. And I'm going to set that clock right there for 5 minutes anytime I answer a question. And that way, we're not going to be listening to me go on and on about some subject. I'm going to be limited to, at the most, 5 minutes answering your question. I figure that will work really well. Now, if I answer your question truthfully and correctly, we're going to get a That's right. That's right. Truthful, honest gets a big, big yay. But I tell you, if you, what are you laughing at? Still laughing at me. Hey, but if you catch me in a big ass lie, you catch me in a big ass lie, something you know it's just not right, and you just, no Googling. Don't think you can just Google off and answer all these questions yourself, because when I'm wrong, and I'll admit it, and you'll hear one of these. That typically means right there, my friends, and I'll show you how that works. Watch this. It goes like this. Sorry. Yes, a little preparation I've made over here to my left, and I'm going to be good about it. I've made a nice little margarita mix, so I'm not just doing shots all night long, because I expect to be right more than wrong, but I also expect to lie my ass off. So, go with your strengths. They told me many years ago, young man, go with your strengths. And that's what it is for me, I guess. There you go. So let me look over here real quick and say hi to some friends who just already checked in, because I know I got some she-devils in the house. I can feel it. I know it. I don't even have to look. Hang on a second. Who fixed this mic for me? Where are my texts? All right. Oh, hello, Amy. Glad to see you there. And all the she-devils, of course. Let's just take it right off the top. All of our she-devil friends. This is your show tonight. Honestly, I mean, this show was given to me by an idea by ISIS, and I went, you know, that's a great idea. Somebody should interview me, and it should be all of you. There you go. Ask me anything. That's the theme of my show. David Petrie, you scare me, my friend. You've known me a long time. You might actually have some questions that will rock my world. But we'll see. We'll see. Thayla, I'm so glad to see you with us. Lady Sky, of course. Glad to have you here. Fabiola, hello. Aline, great. And Rob Martell, good. Let's get some local guys in here, man. Come on. Tammy Bell, hello. Good morning. That's right. I forgot that this is actually a morning show for a lot of you, and you think rather than me coming on like it's an evening thing, I'd have something more appropriate to say, like,
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
you know, there you go. That's for you. All around the world right there, because you're in my time zone now. As you can see, by the way. So I thought, tonight, what am I going to do? Oh, did I finish over here? Oh, wait a minute. David says, is the Redwood Cafe expressing interest in hosting singers? They have no interest in music at all, David. Come on, man. Nope. That ship has sailed. Maybe I will do a singer-songwriter competition. Maybe I should do one here in my tiny house, and we could work it that way. Wait, are we starting questions already? Wait a minute, David. Hold on. He's asking questions, and we're not there yet. Oh, no, because I mentioned about that sip of tequila, and what time is it? Do I have time to play my little... No, I already did that earlier. I have a little thing on tequila that makes sense in my world, but I'm going to forego that in the lack of timing, just to keep the show moving along in a quick and appropriate manner. And, anyway, let's get started. That's what, okay, all right.
Yeah, Choli time.
What? No, it isn't Choli time. Who said that? Wait a minute. Don't be silly. No, it's not Fruit Cup either, my friends. No, my goodness. Professor's pushing crazy buttons over here on his machine tonight and has a mind of its own. That's all right. We are going to get started right now, and let's see here. All right. Okay, I'm all good to go. Now, let's see. You know, I'm tempted to play my little tequila piece because that's kind of that range. I'm going to do that. I want to get myself set up with a nice little sip of tequila, and we're going to take it from there. So, yes, it'll also get me in the mood here. All right, you with me? All right, this is my small tequila test. And by the way, for those of you who are actually enjoying and imbibing with me tonight, it doesn't have to be tequila. It could be chamomile tea. That's chamomile tea. That's hard to say. That's not the point. You know, just when I'm right, I'm right. Am I right? When I'm right, I'm right. And I'll admit it, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And we'll be taking it from there. All right, here it is. Here's your brush up really quick here on everything you need to know about tequila, just in case you're doing that with me tonight. And we'll be right back after that. When we come back, we are starting this questionnaire, this Ask Me Anything, tonight on Tiny House Live.
My relationship with tequila is that it is my shot of choice, and when I have one, I have five.
Cheap tequila always has this weird cheap tequila taste to me.
Let's freaking go!
Visually, there's nothing to go off of.
I'm gonna shoot it because that's the only way I know how to drink.
Cheers. Cheers.
Kind of burns, but I like it.
That like face didn't last as long as it normally does.
It's more of a scent.
Oh, God.
I don't want this in my body.
Okay, it's not as bad as I imagined it, but the smell is horrible. Like, this smells good.
Oh! I'm going first shot, expensive, second shot, cheap as hell.
I have to say the second one.
Yeah, me too. This is the more expensive
Oh
one.
yeah, hands
right?
down. This
For
one's more
sure.
expensive.
Yeah. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's so nice.
This is probably like $80.
That was smooth as fuck.
Is this just Drano?
Oh, it's much better.
Now that is a tequila you can't taste.
This is good. This is better than the last cheap one,
Yeah.
but this is cheap.
God
Yay!
Damn! This is so good though.
What is this?
No! I'm apparently cheap as fuck. Oh, smell it. I just grew up a hair. That does not smell expensive.
Might throw up.
That was actually pretty smooth.
It has a little stinging on the lips, but sometimes you like that.
Ooh, Sarah.
If that's not Cuervo, I give up all knowledge I know about tequila.
It smells like, yeah, like throwing up in the back of a taxi.
There it is. There's that face.
That's good.
That's fucking nice. Whatever this is, I want
This
to
is
know.
really smooth.
They're both bad. I hate them both.
This is the cheap tequila. This is the expensive tequila, without a doubt in my mind.
I agree with that.
No way!
I hope to God that's the fancy one.
Yes! Yes! I can't believe I didn't recognize Jose Cuervo.
This is Cuervo? Come on, are you sure you didn't mix this up?
I like tequila, I think, a little bit.
Here we go. Here we go. We're back. We're back. Yeah, we are. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. My goodness. Good to have you with me. Good to have you with me. What camera did I choose tonight? Either way, you're over here, and it's good to have you with me right here. And we are going to start this questioning right now. Where's my? I gotta be able to turn around so I can see this better. There we go. All right, my friends. Like I said, this was a challenge I put out to myself as much as you. Ask me anything. I'm going to do my best to answer you honestly and insightfully and succinctly. That's the word I was searching for. Succinctly. I have my dictionary out just in case I need it. But no googling. No googling. All right, my friends. So let me one more final adjustment here as I. You like my world, by the way? You are tonight experimenting with me tonight in my steampunk laboratory. That's what you see us in right now. And we're going to spend most of the night here. I do have a couple other videos I'm going to play. I've got a new segment I really want to bring to you tonight. And I have a little promo I'm doing for my my Travis James show coming up in August. I'll tell you about that in a little bit, too. But right now, question. And already, Aline over here has one already up. And I said I was going to start right there because she was the first one up. She asked me the first question. So I have to back up on the thread here a little bit. All right. Oh, I got to back way up on that thread over here. I can grab my. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Where's that first question, Eileen? There it is. From the beginning, she says. That's where I'm going to start tonight. Aline Sid says, from the beginning, childhood. Where are you born? And do you have any brothers and sisters? And I was born in Southern California. And at the same time, I have one younger brother, Gary, who possibly might be checking in. He does that from time to time in my little show here. And he's wonderful. He's 3 years younger than me. I will cop to my age right here live in front of you that basically I'm 67 years old. I am the youngest person you'll ever meet. And that being, there's going to be a better camera. I like this better. Now I don't have to twist my head. suffer some damage at the end of the show. No, I'm happily a fun person at this age, and I guess I have one brother, younger, grew up in Long Beach, California. Wonderful parents, great childhood, cabins, boats, airplanes. Our parents were lucky. It's changed a lot now. So that being said, that's pretty honest, straightforward question right there to you, because hey, that's me. And I moved up here in Sonoma County, by the way, in 1973. I graduated college. I didn't go to college. College of Knowledge. I graduated high school in 1971. So there's some information for you right there from the beginning. Childhood, where are you born? Long Beach, California. Right down there at St. Mary's Hospital. I've got the birth certificate to prove it. Let's see. Let's see. I'm born from a... Oh, don't worry about grammar tonight. Don't worry about grammar, grandpa's grammars. Don't worry about it at all. Tonight, this is all about communication. This is all just like connecting on us all, and that's the most amazing thing here. I know what you mean. Hopefully, you know what I mean. I'm the one who's going to be rambling off all kinds of crazy English to you. You wonderful people from around parts of the country. And by the way, in Argentina today, it's Day of the Friend. Day of the Friend, as our dear she-devil Rosanna said to me earlier today. She can't be here tonight, she says, but she's passed along some questions, I believe, to Aline, and we'll get to some of those as well. But yeah, Day of the Friend. Is this just the synchronistic excuse that we need to do this kind of Ask Your Professor Anything kind of show? All right, I'm going to move on now. We've got one in there already. I can get my command straight over here. There we go. I got multiple screens going on today. This is really weird for me. It really is. All right, but I can read it over here. Oh, I see what I have to do. All right. My goodness, folks, I'm juggling like crazy. I do. I just need to move it down like this. That's all. Come on. My goodness. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right, I think I moved my mic around. I think I need to place myself. You see, we've never done this before, so this is I'm doing some contortion stuff for you. All right. Now, where do we pick up here from? And I do want to say hello, David Petrie, good friend of mine, brother. What do you got over there? You've got the Silver Patron. I see. I'm running with the Hornitos Plata. But I did make myself up a nice jigger. Is that what we're going to call it tonight? A jigger? A jigger of especial margaritas. So I'm not just, sipping straight tequila all night trying to prove a point. All right. Where's the question? Let's look over here. Yes, we are all here. I see you here and I love it. Oh, yes. There's more to come. I know there are. All right. All the girls here? I think so. Professor, this is your life, Isis says. And God, that's so true.
House law.
It's my life.
House law.
And thank you for joining into it. All right, I'm going to lean over here and look at this really quick, and it says, did you do any shows with the Tubes? Oh my God, yes. And when I was at the Mystic Theater in Petaluma, of course. Matter of fact, hang on. Now wait a minute. 5 minutes. My stories cannot go longer. I just set my clock over here. Cannot go longer than 5 minutes. That's the story. So I probably won't even need to do that, frankly. That's just a reminder to stay on time, or my laundry's done, whichever. But yes, at the Mystic Theater, I was fortunate enough to be part of the production as the house engineer and production manager for the Mystic Theater for so many years. But they have their own engineer. So in that case, I second engineered. He didn't really need me, so I got to go where I wanted to go, and I went backstage and sat in what we have in our equipment room, where straight across the stage I could see Fee's dressing room as he's getting ready for all of his costumes to go out on stage. Amazing time, because I saw a show back there. He's so amazing in what he would do. He'd come back there and he had a helper, and they're changing costumes like crazy, and he'd go back on stage in a different character, and yes, all the white punks on dope and all that whole era stuff. I saw it all from the backstage going forwards. It was so much fun to watch Fee Waybill be the master that he is. The Tubes, bless their hearts. I don't think they ever deserved. No, I don't think they ever got what they deserved. Is really what I meant to say, because the Tubes are ingenious, and I love them. Yeah, so there you go. I didn't even need to hit. I barely hit 3 minutes on that one, but I think I answered your Tubes question pretty well, David. I'm glad to have you check in with one there. And so no need yet to sip on a drink that I can see. No, not that I can see yet. All right, let's see. Let's carry on. Let's see. Rob Martell says, you were born in Long Beach, but were you conceived on this planet? Rob, it's somewhat of a debate right now because some of us actually believe it's one of the reasons why I started my inspirational space station was to be kind of a conduit between our brothers, our space brothers, who are actually trying to communicate with us right now, but we're too busy down here to hear them, and kind of be that conduit. So yeah, I like to think so. I like to think I was born of a different time and space. I can go along with that. My belief is I believe in everything. How can I possibly be wrong? I may be proven wrong. I may have to change my mind. But if I believe in everything immediately, I have a place to start. And by the way, their space brothers aren't going to be contacting us on the phone or across the television or on our computers. By meditation, you will reach these beings from other planets purely through meditation. Check out The Fifth Dimension. It's a movie. It's great. It's not a band. Well, it is a band, but you know what I mean. It's a great. I want to call it a documentary on the subject of a visitation, and yeah, I'm just waiting. I see him. So I saw some of those photos from the webcam, the web camera, which is pretty amazing photos of our universe out there, and it's only getting smaller. Only getting smaller. My goodness, my room is really active in here right now. I must have my time machine up on full. Oh, either way. All right, let's see. Where are we going next? Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Fabiola's also in Brazil. Well, greetings. Gosh, I just love having friends around the planet. I talk about you guys all the time. People, well, where are you these days? And I said, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. Your professor's everywhere with friends all over the place, and I try to bring them in here, and the truth is out there. The truth is out there. Did I say that? Who said that? Annie said that. There you go. There you go. Oh, what is my top? Oh, what's your top 10 favorite albums? 10 of them? That's tough. That's really tough. I know I could tell you if I were trapped on a desert island and only had a few albums to be with me on that desert island. I'm a huge fan of the band Jellyfish. If you don't know, YouTube this after the show. You'll see. You can YouTube Jellyfish Spilt Milk, or oh god, the other one. It'll come to me. But yes, Jellyfish. One of my favorite bands. 2 albums they put out. Amazing Bay Area music. God, that's a really tough question for me because I listen to so much odd music. It's really hard for me to narrow it down to I'm better off left with no music if I'm on that island, except Jellyfish. No, that's not true. That's it. You know what? I think you've actually got me on this one. You've got me on this one. Yes, you did. Who just said that to me? Who just said that to me? Hang on, because oh, Annie. I might have known. All right, Annie. You got me. You got me. All right. I've already poured one over my little special brew. Well, I've already had one just to test, make sure it was okay. This first shot of the night, all right? And congratulations, Annie's already got me on one. I'm going to keep score over here, too. Hang on a second. I think I could tell you, but it would take far much more thought and time. And even though I didn't set my timer over here, we're better off just saying, if you haven't checked out Jellyfish. And you know what? I might have an Eric Martin, Mr. Big album on my island as well. I think I better do that because I know when I don't have it, I miss it. I know you know what I mean. Oh, let's back over here again. Let's see. What do you want from life? Well, we already talked about the tubes. There you go. What do you want from life? And if you haven't Googled the tubes or YouTubed the tubes, that's a great one right there. YouTube search, what do you want from life? I'd like a baby's arm holding an apple, maybe a real Gucci shoe tree. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yes. Hello, Michelle. Glad to have you with us. What artist show would you like to have seen? Oh, that's a really, I think I would have honestly been blown away. And I come from an era, so I did see a lot of the acts through the 70s and 80s and all the bands that are basis of tribute bands these days. I actually saw them and actually got to work with a lot of them. But I think somebody I really missed. No, I saw Hendrix. I saw Hendrix with Band of Gypsies. So I did see Hendrix. I've seen Frank Zappa. I've seen some of my favorite greats. So, boy, which ones haven't I seen? I saw U2. That was a big show. Boy, oh man. Whichever one would I really? I don't have my clock on. I'm not going to need it. I've seen so many people, and I've worked with so many bands. It's really hard to narrow it down to that question. So once again, you got me. God, this is going to be a crazy night. I can tell already. Hang on. I got to get out my jigger. And if you're anybody out there suffering the consequences with me, in other words, you didn't know either or couldn't come up with it, I think it's time you pay the price. And it's all knowledge. So some of these are a little more difficult than I thought. You know, I love the musical stuff. I have such a long, lengthy history of all of that. It's fun for me to go that way. Let's see where we go, though. Let's see where we're going next year. They're coming in there, and I have to read them here. The area where your tiny house is, are there multiple tiny houses? Great question, Mackenzie. Yes, there is one other tiny house. We'll classify it that because it's only slightly larger than mine. And ideally, I have to bust the conception that this is actually a legitimate tiny house. It's actually built off of another house. So it's not a standalone trailer. I can't wheel it away. Although it is 12 feet by 15 feet, divided virtually in half because of my studio area and my kitchen. It's legitimately a tiny house. But no, there's only one other one, and it started off as a tough shed. And a tough shed is just a pop-up building that they converted, added a bathroom on it. It's quite comfortable. We live in pretty much alternative buildings here, and it's great. I've got everything I need, all in this little world right now, here with you on Tiny House Live.
Tiny House Live.
There you go.
Tiny House Live.
Big yay for you. Big yay for all of you. Right there. It would be nice, actually, to have a tiny house commune. And we've talked about that. We've talked about setting up little tiny houses for artist retreats. People could come and use it for their artist studios. Then we wouldn't have to build separate bathrooms and kitchenettes and all that. We could just open it up for artists to use, which would be really fun to have. We have a huge field we don't even use here. All right. Yes, right here, high in the hills of Petacotia, which actually, for those of you out there in the greater world, is halfway between Petaluma, California, and Cotati, California. Petacotia, the land I live in. I need a theme song. Maybe this is it. No, it's not it. Oh, let's see. And Janice? Well, Hendrix. Well, you know, as I said, I did not see the Beatles. Oh, would I have loved to see the Beatles? David, thank you so much. You've got me on that one. I would have loved to see the Beatles. I saw them on Ed Sullivan. I actually saw them on that preview when they came out in, what was it, 67, 66? God, I forget. But I did see that with Ed Sullivan. But, yeah, I would have loved to see them live. Or any of the Beatles, actually. No, I haven't even seen Ringo Starr's big band. Nope. Next time we can get an album list. I'll try to get an album list. I really will. We need an album list. You know what? I will follow up with you. And I will start a thread after all this and come up with my top 10 list. I'll put it on the Tiny House Live Facebook group, which is easy to find. It's just, Tiny House Live /groups/ Facebook.com/groups/Tiny House Live. And I'll put it there. You'll see it. Most of you are already involved over there. And that'll be fun. I never saw Janice. Nope. Never did. I did work with Big Brother quite a bit after she had passed, because San Francisco band and a Bay Area engineer. How could I not? Fantastic. Had a lot of fun. Do I have any kids, Professor? I have no children of my own, of my seed. I do not. I've been fortunate to be a member of a number of different families in my lifetime. I will tell you, if the question doesn't come up directly, that I've been married 3 times, and this last time was my final time, I like to think. From that marriage, I moved into my tiny house, sold part of my portion of my house to my wife and the family so they could keep the consistency and continuity. Moved into this Tiny House Live, and now you are all my family. I've adopted you right here. And I will treat you as such, honestly, truthfully, with respect and creativity, and we'll do all the fun things in life that people can do. And that's just what it's going to be here in my tiny house. And that's my answer to that. That's my answer to that. So, yes, I do have kids, but they're all step kids, and I have step grandchildren as well. I have 4 step grandchildren, all girls, and I'm surrounded by she-devils everywhere. I'm telling you. And I have 3 step boys, 2 twins, and a younger man at this point. So yeah, I got a full family around me. Not as much in contact as I would like or have been in the past. That's what happens when families split up. But they bring new opportunities, like this right now, here with you, Tiny House Live. Where?
Tiny House Live.
That's right.
Tiny House Live.
That's right. I laugh through it all. I do. Big yay for all of you joining me here tonight in Tiny House Live, doing what I love to do right now, and that's just spending time talking directly to you. Ask me anything. Let's go back over here and see what's coming up with after. If I miss anything, feel free to repost it. I'm kind of going down my list, and I've got the proper glasses on tonight because these are my proper glasses for this distance. There's a difference. Rosanna from Argentina asked, how did Eric and I meet? That's really a cool story too, because I've known of Eric through the whole early era stuff with the Eric Martin Band, obviously in 415. But I didn't actually work with Eric until after the fact when he was working with Y&T, supporting that show at the Mystic Theater. So they've done that, I want to say 3 times, I think. And we connected there each time the same way we did here. We just kind of bounce off each other, and we knew there was something fun there. And fortunately for me, I've been one of the blessed people. He just kind of goes, hey, I like you. And I'm going, I like you too, man. And so we take advantage of that. And because of that, you get to take advantage of that, because when he comes in here, we have a whole lot of fun. And there's nothing official that I'll tell you right now, but I am hoping to have another holiday show with our singer dude. That's something we've already put out there. We'll see what happens. Obviously, he's a busy man traveling around the world right now. Bless his heart. More power to him. Travel safe. And that's a beautiful thing. But Eric and I go back mainly through contact with the Mystic Theater. Where I always wanted to mix him, but I never got to, because each time he had Tom Size mixing from Y&T. Bless Tom Size heart, he's passed. So that's the story with that. But Eric and I have always connected, and it wasn't until afterwards that we, through my contact with Tony Stouffer, and obviously the bands of Sonoma County, the history of bands, that when I had Tony on my show, Tony said, well, I can call Eric and maybe we can make that happen. He made that happen. It was really, really a fun thing. So I owe Tony a lot in that respect for being a big part of helping me produce Tiny House Live and some of these segments that you've seen on here that really come down to the history of Sonoma County. I would have gone off of my ping over here on my clock. I'm not even setting it. Maybe I had to spend some extra time just to get that out there. So yes, let me see. Hang on a second. Let me go back on this. Somebody picturing a tiny house commune. Well, it could be. I got represent. What's going on? I hope my batteries aren't running down. Everything's involved in batteries. Come on, Elon, give us some really big batteries. All right. Rosanna, I'm sorry. I'm mumbling. Sound awesome and beautiful out there. Well, where? I need questions. It was 1964, so drink, Professor, drink. Hang on, Nixia. I'm going to take your advice right there. As she says, it was 1964, so drink, Professor, drink. It was 1964. Where was I in 64? Oh my God, I was in junior high, I think, or something. I forget. All right. Let's see. Oh, in 1964, Nixia says, I was 3.75 years old, 3.75%. I don't know how that works in body language or timing. Singing into a hairbrush while mom and brothers TJ sang and the TJ drummer drummed. Oh, I see you're connecting on my Ed Sullivan experience. You had one too, you see? Anybody else have an Ed Sullivan moment with the Beatles out there that besides me and Nixia? That was a magical time. There was so much. They generated so much. That actually really tied me to what could happen with live music, and just oh God, this whole thing we're even doing right now. I mean, all these things are possibilities because of some of the experimentations that the Beatles and George Martin did so well during that era that still hold truth to what we do these days. Darn right they do. And we all stand on their backs. Get off my back. Let's see. Who loves being part of my family? Yes, Aline, you are part of my family. I love that. I have so many friends, and I know we're Facebook friends. We're online. We do this. And, you know, I got real family members that this is all I get too. You know. So what's the difference? What's the difference? I will tell you that if you're ever in this part of the world, you tell your professor, and I will either point you in the right direction on where to go, or I will make you a tiny house live meal. There you go. Put you on camera, turn you into a show. That's what happens when friends visit my world. That would be great, Papa Randy. You know what? No, I'm going to tell you a short story. When you because you said that, Annie, and I love being part of your family, your Aline too. It's a beautiful thing. But when you get grandchildren, you get a choice. It's the only time in your life where you actually get a David, you listen to me. I forget if you have. Yeah, of course you do. What are you, David? Tell me what your kids call you, David Petrie. I need to see that written up over here. In the meantime, while David's writing that, I will tell you that when you're a grandpa, you get a choice. What are the grandkids going to call you? It's the only time in your life where you really get a nickname. I mean, people give you nicknames. You don't make one up yourself. So I chose phonetically a really fun word that I thought would be fun for kids to say more than had a deep meaning. Like I wasn't going to be a papa. I wasn't going to, you know, there's so many mamas, papas. They go off into, I was a bolot. A bolot. B-O-L-O-T, bolot. And to this day, to this very day, any of my grandchildren, when I see them, call me bolot. They don't call me Randy. They certainly don't call me the professor. So, yeah, Bolot. Family name. Nobody calls me Bolot anymore. If any of you call me Bolot, I will only smile, a big smile that you'd be able to see from where you live. That's how big a smile it would be. I'm going to drink a toast to that little smile, too. Yes, indeed. Hey, welcome. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate you. Having fun doing this little thing we're doing with Ask Me Anything, going through our list over here. Let's see. Sorry about the typo. What? Oh, no, it's all right, David. I got it. 1964 was it? That it was 64. I was thinking 66, but you are the man. And here's a great one from Aline. How the sound engineering thing came up. Why did you choose this career, or how was I chosen? I, like a lot of sound engineers, start off playing an instrument. I played bass. Matter of fact, I laid it across my bed over here in the tiny house one night just to bring it out and lay it there to make it part of my world again. Maybe I'll get it fixed. But I started off playing bass, and I was going back and forth between Southern California and San Francisco, playing in bands on the weekend, and then going back to high school late and leaving early during the middle of the week. And I was getting a lot of experience doing live music in the Bay Area in the late 60s, early 70s, golden years. So I learned a whole lot of street smarts during all that period of time. And through all of that, though, I was playing bass. I kept going, man, there's more things I need to be doing. I was hearing more things in my head than a bass could do. And so I started leaning into doing live sound. And I thought, I'm going to try sound engineering. And then I tried studio engineering. We did both for a while and realized, no, I really liked the idea that I was doing sound engineering and molding the shape of bands while they're in motion. That was really meant a lot to me. And I had a lot of fun doing it. For some 30 plus years. Sound engineering in the Bay Area, San Francisco, and Northern California. Your professor is talking here tonight for sure. I wish I could hear your voice. That would be a nice thing. I need to suffer a consequence so I can actually legitimately drink one of these. Hang on a second. That'll help. Oh, lime. There we go. All right. I'm a new man. Just like that. Let's see. What comes up next? You want to come visit the llamas? Oh, Mackenzie, I have sad news for you. well, it's not that kind of sad news. It's real sad news. No, Louis the llama unfortunately passed away about a little over a year ago, and as well as our largest Monterey pine tree fell shortly afterwards. Interesting combination of synchronistic events. So he's no longer here other than just in his memory. I actually, in the beginning of each of these shows, my opening credit now has Louis and Heidi, our goat, who's also passed as well. Unfortunately, right now, except for 12 chickens that I know reasonably well, it's kind of no animals on this property other than the wild ones. I've got a doe outside with 2 baby fawns right out my window every morning eating out of the pasture. We're surrounded by turkeys and wild peacocks. I got birds that fly over. I got an eagle who lives in a redwood tree right up outside of my house, and I'm not even that high. Well, maybe a little. Petacotia, you know. There you go. So yeah. Let me come back over here. I know. I miss Louis. He was like the mayor of this property. I actually introduced him to everybody who would come do my show because it really came down to Louis' acceptance of them, whether they should be here or not. I kind of left it up to Louis. We're actually lucky he let us live here at all. Louis the llama. Many of you met him and know him well. Matter of fact, there's a chance right there for a, and that's not even a thing I did. We'll give him one of Louis the llama. Thank you so much for mentioning him, Mackenzie. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Do I have any hobbies? Oh man, that's a tough one because all my hobbies are what you see around me right now. I'm afraid I turn my hobbies into a career and then into a lifestyle. And now my hobbies are hard to tell between whether I live in a video studio or whether I have a video studio in my house. Hobbies outside of engineering, outside of live music or something like that. Even that's photography and video, which I really enjoy, taking a camera out and just like going wild. But I've been trying to get into flying a drone. You know, I've got one that my brother gave me. Thank you, Gary. But I haven't, even that's camera connected, so I could fly up and get videos. Imagine flying above the tiny house and showing you a video from the tiny house. I could do that. So hobbies, that's tough. Once again, I turn my hobbies into passions, and passions become my work, and my work becomes my lifestyle. And now that's part of it, and you're part of it. You see what it is? You guys, you're my hobby. You're my hobby. Let's see. Lady Sky says, I used to live in San Rafael. Oh, yeah. Looking over the bay, it's a beautiful place. We love San Rafael. I loved it there, and if I win a lottery, I will move back. You're also blessed to live in that part of the bay. Indeed, we truly are. And right now, while the rest of the country is just sweltering in this 3-digit heat wave from coast to coast, we're coasting along nicely in the mid to high 80s, and you know, a little cloud cover in the mornings where it's nice and cool. And I hate to tell you too much, but we're quite comfortable. So wishing you all the best out there. And I understand other people out there who possibly watching too in your countries, and Europe particularly, are having an exceptionally hard time because they don't even know what air conditioning even is. They don't even know what air conditioning is in London town. They go, what is it? What is this? Anyway, yep. All right, let's go back over here and see. I love San Rafael. Worked a lot in San Rafael. Uncle Charlie's, Uncle Charlie's. Wow, why did I remember that? And New George's. Come on, man. All right, you know, I've got a lot of history. It's right next door to Sonoma County. So let's see. Mackenzie says, "Oh no, I'm not sure what that means." Oh, she's probably referring to Louis, and I'm sorry once again, but thank you for bringing his name up. It's a blessing right there. Did I know or meet Bill Graham? No, I did not, but I've got his book within reach. I'm sure I do. I can almost grab it, but I've read Bill Graham. I have a lot of appreciation for Bill Graham. I also know Bill Graham's type. I've worked with so many club owners and promoters. I recognize the style of a good promoter. And Bill Graham, let's just say, had lots of style. All right, and a lot of nerve. He had a lot of balls. He really did. To bring the acts that Bill Graham brought together during the early 60s into 70s in San Francisco was life-changing, because he put genres together that you would never think of seeing together. And that's what Bill Graham did for us. So, no, much respect to the man, but no personal connections. I've worked a lot with the BGP crews, obviously, because they all filter into sound engineering and production management. So that's all part of it. But no, not directly. I would have loved to. Thank you, David. Aline says we can make another show with questions and send them previously recorded. Oh, that's true. Then I'd be able to hear your voices. I'd like that idea. I could put each of your voices on my pad over here, strike a pad, and you could ask me a question. I like that idea. Now we just need to figure out how to get those to me. You know, there's a common way we'll work out. Hold on to that. Hold on to that idea, Eileen. I like that, and we'll hopefully we can follow up on that. I love the interactivity of it all. The fact that I could hear your voices would be just a huge plus to me. So much so that I've actually thought about starting up a Facebook live, a Facebook feed that you could feed in. That I could maybe do live with us here. We'll see. But I'd love to move on to that. I really would. Yeah. Oh, Lady Sky says Bill Graham had a style is one way to put it. But he did run a tight ship. Yes, he did. And the shows were always on time. Yes, they were. And that was, it's not always like that. That's for sure. I've always held pretty close to that, too. If you'll notice, my Tiny House live show pretty much start right at 8 o'clock. And I don't run like a 10-minute sound effect saying, the show will start soon, the show will start soon. No. I drop in on you. I like to drop in on you. Start the show. That's what I say. I hope you like my little openings. I work hard on them. I really do. This one here was really fun with the scenes that are still moving around me with my Tiny House Live and my steampunk laboratory that we're in the middle of tonight. And yeah. So I'm getting some great questions. I love you. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness, I'm getting actually told right now that what? Wait a minute. Really? Now? All right. I guess I could do that. I mean, I got the control room telling me it's time for me to play my first news break. News break on Tiny House Live. Yes, my friends. I had a lot of fun. I pulled together some of my favorite news breaks. This is all important knowledge you all need to know. It's very short, 6 minutes. We'll be right back and give me a chance to get up and stretch, drink something for a second, and come back and sit down with you, and we'll carry on some more and recheck the reality that we're sharing right now, right here with your professor on Tiny House Live. Ask me anything. Ask me anything. I want you to be thinking about some questions, please. And when we come back, and if I missed any, I see that, Aline. If I missed any questions, do me a favor, just repost them, and I'll answer them. And I'm having fun doing it. But right now, I want to bring you some news because we have to be aware. We have to know the things that are going on around the world around us. This is all important stuff. We need to know.
And now, a word from our sponsor. Doggy biscuits. You eat them every day.
In a desperate attempt to fill 24 hours of programming, here's some bullshit that happened somewhere today. We've got some footage here of the bullshit, which began just after 3 o'clock this afternoon, when residents in this neighborhood were shocked to see this fairly common thing happening. An attractive witness described the event in breathless terms.
I went to my window and I was like, whoa, there's some bullshit happening.
That happened right over there. I'm an older man, so you can trust what I say.
Authorities in special uniforms rushed to the scene to stand around while our cameras filmed them. Our reporter Keith Collins joins us now live from the scene of the bullshit through the use of expensive technology. Good to be with you again, Keith. We have a colorful graphic here that shows instances of bullshit like this are on the rise. Is that right?
Yes, although why is unclear. Some say it's because of one fucking reason. Others say it's because of some other fucking reason. I talked to this random expert on the subject who told me this thing you're about to hear him say right after he points at a piece of paper.
I spent my entire life attending the nation's most prestigious schools to talk about bullshit like this. I'm really just happy to be on TV.
Now let's see if we can drag this out a little longer by showing emails written by some of our viewers. I once saw some stuff kind of like the shit you're talking about happen. I have nothing more to add. Another person says, I am angry that things like this happen. I get mad about every bullshit thing I see. So obviously a lot of opinions there to make this story seem somewhat meaningful.
Oh, absolutely, Glenn. This bullshit has some broader implications. Here's a list of tips on how to avoid bullshit happening to you.
And here's some footage of Congress.
Yes, I see that.
Well, thank you, Keith. Let us know if there are any updates on this bullshit story from there.
There's no way there will be.
Very good. We'll check back with you in an hour anyway.
I'm just some fucking guy.
When we return, we'll look at live footage of a car chase taken from a helicopter and free associate about what's going on.
And I think, yeah, I think we do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description. Okay, this is the guy they wanted people in Pennsylvania to be out on the lookout for. He's got a nose and some hair that goes like that, and he was wearing a hat at the time of this particular crime. He's got kind of a chin that comes down to almost a point. Stands about 5 feet 4 inches tall. There it is. Get a good look for yourself. Oh, and now I'm getting word that police actually caught this guy, thanks to the sketch, no doubt. So here's a picture of the real guy next to the sketch that led to his arrest.
Where's the pointy chin?
It's uncanny, Lisa.
We'll bring you on into the temps, and we're all doing okay. Wow, 750 degrees in Gila Bend right now. And 1,270 in Ahwatukee. Now, I'm not authorized to evacuate Ahwatukee, but this temperature seems pretty high.
Cave Creek is really
Yeah, Cave Creek, Fountain Hills, they don't look good either. And frankly, Wickenburg is a total loss.
Oh my God.
You might as well just get out of anywhere along this 60 here. It's very warm. Surprise is starting to heat up as well at 1,300 degrees. So again, the safe spots seem to be Chandler and Mesa. Scottsdale is doing okay so far, but you know, you're sort of surrounded by some pretty intense heat. So, you know, again, I'm not your dad, but I would get out while you still can. I think steel boils at about this temperature, so Cave Creek, there's probably nothing left up there right now. So don't even bother looting up there. It's not going to be worth it.
Well, William, can you, oh, I think we may have lost him, but here it looks like is that okay, it's Team 12's meteorologist, Crystal Henderson. She is downtown, live right there, struggling with the umbrella. I say ditch the umbrella, Crystal. Just tell us where exactly you are and what's going on. That is a danger for you right there.
I'm right outside the 12 News studios, and with all this rain coming down, you can imagine why the umbrellas are going up, but instead, as you can see, it's inside out. I am having to brace this wind, you guys. First, it went from day to night. Then it went from complete dryness to now I am soaked. It's a super soaking storm. I mean, looking at this storm approaching from the east, it looked like doomsday. And there goes my hat.
What you're seeing is actually a dog coming into our live shot. I think it's a dog. I'm not sure. But anyway, there's some sort of creature below me, and really all that's been affected is what's supposed to be a road right below my feet, and it's just basically covered in mud. But other than that, there's not much damage to report, so some great news.
Morgan, I hope that's a dog too. If not, go get in the truck.
Yeah,
Chase is freaking out. He doesn't think it's a dog, so maybe go check.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But the sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 The popcorn you're eating has been pissed in. Film at 11.
Tiny House Live. Tiny House Live.
That's right. Tiny House Live. Welcome back. Get my flight plan together here. Yes, my friends, welcome back. A little brief news episode had to come to you. I still got it clicking going on. I was kind of working on this during our little intro mission. David Petrie, sorry to see you go. Glad to have you here. We'll talk later. I know we will. Who else has checked in? Oh, that's right. Well, we'll get back to I want to get back to ISIS and Nixie. They had a couple questions, and even more. I wanted to wish Kelly. Did she try to chime in? Is that what happened and I missed it, or she's relating through another cosmic level to you? I got to bend around here again. Let me see. Let me catch up. A lot happened since I stopped for a second, stood up, and moved around. Hello, Rosanna. Oh, yes. Well, yes, you're here. Good. Fantastic. As we talked earlier, thank you. Rosanna is someone who loves to contact me. Mackenzie, Aline, we all do this. I appreciate you. They all reach out to me. I love to chat with you, see what's going on in your day. Not just part of the show, but, I'm interested. I am. We are a family in this tiny part of my world, and you are... a true testament to that right there. How do you reach me? It's simple. It's facebook.com/tinyhouselive. Simple as that. That gets you my Facebook page and my message board, and sure, let me know what's going on. Okay, let's go over here and see, because I know I did. What was the question? There was a question coming from Kelly, because I would love to have the Kelly vibe in the show. I know she beamed something to, but it was too far back there. Darn it. Yes, our questions are extremely dangerous to this democracy. Whatever you say on this show right now is extremely dangerous to our democracy. I play that because the news is such a machine. Talking heads. Mackenzie said, my son walked in and there we're doing the forecast with 3,000 degree temperature. I love that one. I really do. And mainly the way the guy just takes it. He just says, hey, I can do this anyway. I'm going to do this anyway. It doesn't matter to me if it's wrong. I'm just going to make it right. And that's why he ends up on my show, as all those fun little segments do from different fun newscasts that happen around the world. Let's look over here. Now, what questions? I know I'm missing a question or two going back there, but I've kind of lost track. And I need somebody to prove me wrong, because I really want to take a sip of this little margarita over here. But I need to be proven wrong about something. Ask me a question. Ask me a question. If you're within the sound of my voice, ask me a question.
Tiny House Live. Tiny House Live.
Take 4. I'm too old to call you Bolot. Oh, did I know Richie Duran, the Hall of Mirrors band? No, I did not know Richie Duran. I remember, I want to say vaguely, the Hall of Mirrors band, but no, not directly. No, and that's reason enough for me to say no. I mean, all right, I'll take that as a no. I probably would have liked to have known Richie because, Rob asked the question. Ultimately, I'd hoped most that somebody would ask, because I wasn't going to bring it up. But no, I had something set up with Roger over at the Big Easy for August 12th or 15th. But I'm afraid I'm going to let it go this year. I'm going to let 1 year roll by. As most of my friends know, I'm not doing a lot of live video production out right now. This is a question I saw earlier, too, so I can wrap this all into one answer. My job at Oliver's is going great, and it's allowing me to do this. It's given me the stability, and that comes back from the whole community thing, because if you may remember, about 4 months ago, financially, I was not doing well. I reached the end of my stimulus checks. I reached the end of my savings. I didn't have a real time-committed job coming in, just independent contractor stuff. On a downward trajectory. But yeah, kicked myself around. My community came together through a GoFundMe project, gave me some money to fund me to start a new life. I'm doing a great work part-time at Oliver's Market in Katati. I love it. I'm on a great team with an all employee-owned business. And it's allowing me the financial stability along with my Social Security, because I'm a retired guy. and to be able to add to it and hopefully move this channel of my YouTube channel, Viral Media Art, which is the umbrella here that we have for Tiny House Live and the Inspiration Space Station, to legitimacy. Get it up to where I can monetize it and bring in some things that I could offer subscribed members and offer you a subscription in a way to help me be able to do this more and better and more often. Subscription model. So if you were asked at some point, would you spend $1.99 or $2.99 once a month for your professor to be a subscriber and get all the benefits, private shows, little things that the regular public wouldn't be getting, deals on, I might do t-shirts soon. I'm really thinking about t-shirts, tiny house t-shirts. I've got such a great concept in my head. I want one. Who wants a tiny house t-shirt? I don't know what they even cost. I'm going to work on it. All right, let's go back over here and see what's developing with some questions. Nixie, you play keyboards in the Hall of Mirrors? Really? Well, maybe that's the connection we had, and I didn't even know it. Amazing. Have you ever visited your country in that'd be Argentina, correct? No, I have not. It's on my list. I have a short list. I've toured with bands a lot through Europe, Germany, Italy, not as much in England as I would like, frankly. But no, I've never made it to Argentina. I've never made it to Brazil. You folks are my connection to your culture, and the things we share. So I look forward to all the things we do together. All the things we do together. And probably just even because on that note, I'll wish you a
good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Because we are all around the world right now, and I appreciate you just for joining me. Hopefully you didn't have to wake up in the middle of the night. But on the 23rd, I'm going to be tuning in to Eric Martin Live pieces coming up. I didn't even write that information in front of me, but I'm going to be there, She-Devils. Darn right I will be. You with me, I'm with you. It's called reciprocity. And I will come on to Argentina. You come on to San Francisco Bay. Between the two of us, I think some good times, good fun could be had. All right, yeah, you want to see? Isis wants a tiny house T-shirt. I'm thinking. It's just all that stuff I've got to go through. I can do it. I've got a good graphics designer. I've got an idea already. How the idea to make a show came up. That's a really good one, Aline. Thank you. When COVID hit, actually when we had fires in our area, which was a whole other reason to shelter in place, and even going into the COVID era, I was thinking I still wanted to be working with people. I brought people in to just record. I had all my gear that I purchased through the sale of a house that I had with my wife and family. I reinvested it into myself, and that's what you see here in Tiny House Live is my pure investment in myself and what I love to do. So this is where monies and times went. And, I realized when I had one of my dear friends over, Karen Shook, doing some recording. And we decided after a recording session I said, let's just go live with a song. You want to go live? And she goes, yeah, let's go live. Excuse me. So she played Radiohead's Creep, which was great. And I played it a few times on this show. And at the end, she goes, that was really fun. I said, yeah, we're in a tiny house. And I said, yeah, and we're live. And we looked at each other and went, Tiny House Live. And that was it right there. And we celebrated that over some wonderful little strawberry tequila stuff that she brought over. And she's the one who actually started this whole little tradition with a sip of tequila and a little adjustment of time and space. So to Karen Shook, when she sees this, she'll smile. And it's all got to start someplace. And then it grows, and then you just feed it. You feed it like one of your favorite pets. Watch it grow. You feed it like a chia pet. You keep watering it, and the hair just keeps growing, and the ideas just keep growing. So I do challenge myself every day. I'll let you know this one. We'll go on to another question. That I have a small motto I live in my life, and it's basically create something today that wasn't there yesterday. If I have a tombstone, I think that'll be what will reside on it. But yeah, create something today that wasn't there yesterday. I try to do that every single day, and Tammy wants a mug. I made a run of mugs once. They sent them back to me, and the logo was like so tiny small on this big old mug, and they got it all wrong. So I have to go back and do that idea. But see, mugs, yeah, Tiny Cat T-shirt. By the way, it wouldn't surprise me if there's an appearance of Tiny Cat this evening. I know he's somewhere in the area, and I'm fairly certain. He'll make his adjustments to be here. Oh, what are we doing here? Let's look back over here for a second and see what we need. Shipping all over the world. I know, and it's not that hard. It's just a matter of boxing it up, taking it to UPS or however. I have so much to learn in that. I have spent so much time in this area and never had a product to offer anybody outside of what you see here right now. And I'm not making anything. So my goal is to monetize this so I can actually start making some money off some revenue and take it further than even I could. I would like to be restreaming on multiple platforms. I could go through Restream and also hit Twitter and Facebook all at the same time and do that. That would certainly increase my viewer points. And where are we? I actually made a card here tonight to let you know. Right now, please do subscribe if you haven't already, and if you love what we're doing here tonight and every Wednesday. And there's much more to come, and I'll tell you about that in a couple minutes too. But yeah, I'm at 785 subscriptions right now for my YouTube channel, ViralMediaArt, where you're watching this from. I need 1,000 to qualify for my viewership, my content creator status, which brings me Patreon and a lot of things and other things that I could do with YouTube that I don't have access to right now. And as viewer hours right now, I'm at 2,565 viewer hours. I need 4,000 to reach my goal. So this is why we do an hour and a half, hour 15, hour and a half show. I predict an hour and a half show tonight. Yeah, I do. Because I have somebody I want to play here too from an upcoming show. And so I'm getting close. So watch, and subscribe if you haven't already. Please do. And remember to set your notification bell and set it to all. That way you'll know when I go live here and upload new live broadcasts every Wednesday night. And I don't do it like those other YouTuber guys who point cameras and sit back and do all their editing after the fact and create some content. My content's all live. What you see is coming up right at live in front of you. You're part of the liveness. That's what makes this special. There's no preparation afterwards. It's all about live, and it's all about you. Also too, 2001, I just looked a few minutes ago, the video from last week we had with the best of Eric Martin is now over 200 views in less than a week. Thank you. And trust me, like if you look at the bottom of the Viral Media Art YouTube page, you'll see the other 3 shows we've done with Eric. They'll all be up into the 3 to 4 digits in the near future. So thanks for joining on all those. They're so much fun. And once again, big thanks to the She-Devils and for everything you girls are doing, because I'm proud to say I'm a She-Devil. There you go. I say that proudly. Matter of fact, I've got enough to toast you. She-Devils. Love what you're doing. Love what you're building. I'm with you. We do things together. We'll get things done. Reciprocity. All right. Let's go back over here to the board here, and then I'm going to come back in about 5 minutes and play you a video from my up-and-coming guest I've got coming up. But I'm going to wait just a second. Tiny house industry, yes. We need shipping all over the world. I'm going to work on it. Tiny house cat T-shirts. I know. There's so many ideas I've got too. Oh, there you go. Rob's glad to meet you, ladies. And as you will find out, Rob, we are surrounded by some beautiful people here. I mean, honestly, and once again, I speak to everybody almost individually in this group, in this show, in between start times and stop times, and in between the week. My show is largely about you guys, and so that's why we're in the mode we're in tonight. So, Rob says, "Nice to meet you virtually. Meet the She-Devils." There you go. I know, it's true. So one of the beautiful things we share is this connecting thread, and there's a lot of good things that can happen when we do things like this together. And so I look for information. I am constantly pulling my Eric Martin moments, my EM moments off of the She-Devils live Facebook group to bring into this show, just because my viewership outside of the She-Devils group needs to know about it as well. So I help you broaden your world. You help me broaden mine. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful planet we live on. That's what the Space Brothers up there are telling me anyway. When are you guys going to get your act together down there so we can come down and hang out and really teach you some things you need to know? And I'm saying, sooner the better. Sooner the better. They get the big. All right. Aline, let's see. Yeah, Tammy, by the way, which is your favorite food? My favorite food? Ooh, that's because I love to cook. I've cooked on camera here many times. I think if I'm going to narrow it down to something that I love to cook, and when I want food, you know, I don't necessarily want a restaurant food. I want my food. If I want coconut curry chicken, or gao I want my gao coconut curry chicken. And so I think that's really what comes to mind. I love to make it. I've made it on camera in here before. It's just a beautiful dish. Put it over jasmine rice, coconut jasmine rice. Really, really nice. And the right beverage with it. Ooh, good stuff. Coconut curry chicken. That's a good question right there, and I gave you my best answer right there on that one because that's it. I know that's it. Let's see. That was Johnny Carson, by the way. I don't even know where that came from. I'm channeling Johnny Carson. Did you hear that? All right, let's see. Well, I can, you know, what you miss? You just missed that? I could play you a video. Maybe I should get that out of the way. If there's any, we're going to come back and wrap it in the near few. If you've got any last moment ideas, questions, something I may have missed that I went over because I'm juggling bacon jam. All right, now you got me talking. And by the way, you can go back and see my recipe for bacon jam, and I'm going to be making it again for my friends at Oliver's Market, and I'm going to be making them some bacon jam because they've given me some good stuff too. So. You post a link of cooking things? I could do that, Tammy. I could do that. They're all part of actually, they're even on this YouTube channel. If you look and go backwards in time, in succinct. That sounds terrible. Order. You'll see I've laid them all out. So honestly, they're all right there. It's just a matter of pulling them out and looking at them, stealing my recipe for bacon jam. It's a good one. It's a good one. And if you look hard enough, you'll find my recipe for the mango habanero chutney, which is really good. All right, bacon jam T-shirts. Now we're talking, ISIS. We need to have a merchandise conversation. Maybe we do. Maybe we can come up with some other brainstorm ideas. I will post a link. I'll do that. Darn right. I'll do it on the Facebook group for Tiny House Live. That's facebook.com/groups/Tiny House Live, and I'll do that. I promise. All right, I want to play. I've got a great guest coming in. Let me preface this show because I've got a great guest coming in. Travis James, monitor engineer. What about my hair? Who's asking about my hair? What about my hair? The hell with Travis. What? See you tomorrow. Really? Just like that? Okay. It's okay, Rosanna. Yes, you probably will see you tomorrow. Well, at least you can talk to me tomorrow. We don't see each other half enough. What am I going to tell you? Good night, Rosa. That's what we're all saying to you. I want to play a little video segment because I told my friend I was, because he's going to come with me on August 3rd. That'll be Travis James. Travis is an ecstatic? My goodness. Outstanding, I think, is the word I was actually grappling for there. He performer, plays mandolin, plays with a band called Highway Poets. Performed on stage in my Dark Side of Oz stuff I've done as a munchkin. He's even more importantly, he's been my monitor engineer of choice for many, many years at the Mystic Theater. He's been my number one. He's going to come in here, and he's going to be my number one in my tiny house August 3rd. He's got some new recorded material. He's being mastered right now. Looking forward to bringing that to you. And some really fun conversations with one of my favorite people on the planet, not to mention musicians and monitor engineers, Travis James. Wow, it sounded like I rehearsed that. But no, I meant every single word of it. Every single word of it. Enough that where I'm going to play you a little video that I got to play right now because I want you to get a little clue on what's coming up with where he comes from, and that's a good thing because this is all music in the North Bay, Sonoma County in general, and I'm just glad to bring it to you. So let's check this out. Then we'll come back. Travis James. Right here with me on the next Tiny House Live show. Not next Wednesday. I'm not sure what I'm doing next Wednesday. I might need help inventing another show. I'll figure it out, but that'll be August 3rd here and with me. And he's going to sit down with me, listen to some new material he's got up, have some fun stories to tell, and he's now the new production manager at the Mystic Theater. So he's taken over what I helped create. We have a lot to talk about, and I'm looking forward to that. Travis James here, August 3rd, right here, Wednesday. All right, I know we've lost a couple people right there. Hey, Travis James, I said that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I wrote it. We said goodbye to David. We said goodbye to Rosanna. That's all right. People coming and going. It's a big show. It's a big night. I appreciate you being here. Know that you can always go back and watch any of these on this YouTube channel. It's fun being with you here in the moment, of course. I love you and appreciate it when it happens like that. But well, I'm over here now, aren't I? That's right. Let me be more personal. Hello. Good evening. Glad to have you with me here. All right, we're going to kind of wrap it up right here because I've finished kind of what I wanted to do with my little promo with my brother Travis coming in. Any last questions we need to see here? Let's see. No reason why your friends were... What did you just said? Let me go back and read this carefully. See, no reason to worry, Professor. Your friends here were great imitating Oprah. You were, no doubt. Had some great questions, and I appreciate each of you for coming up with them. And really, there were some ones that kind of stumped me. I mean, I think I had to take 3 legitimate sips of the agave as the price to pay. I didn't mind at all, how do I like my eggs? Okay, now we're really getting personal. I have 12 chickens, and actually, even just before the show started, I mean, a minute or two, I had to go out and close the coop door because it's not automated, and we're separating a couple chickens. And so I had to go out and close the chicken coop door 2 minutes before starting the show. So I thank my chicken girls out here. I got she-deviled egg girls out here. And I like them over easy. Is where all this is leading to. Over easy. I got to have a runny yolk. And not too runny. I mean, I can hard boil any old time. Soft boil, don't understand it. Crack an egg, open it up, and have it be yucky. No, I can't do that. But I like eggs. I scramble them. I make omelets. I make souffles. I make quiches. Yeah, I cook. Your professor cooks. How do I like my eggs? Let's see. You need chickens in the show? I've actually thought about putting a chicken cam out there, and maybe a little chicken cam, and during the show we could check on them. If the show was during the day, it'd be easier. I actually, for a while, they run from one coop to another depending on the time of day, and I wanted to put a camera at each end and open up legitimate track betting on the chicken run. Called a chicken run. Cameras front and back, and see who gets there first. People can be betting on the chickens. There's 12 of them. They can all be wearing little vests. Do you know that chickens actually have glasses you can buy for chickens that have glasses? They're red, and it changes their color perception so they hatch longer. And you can even buy little arms that go on the chickens. It's totally a joke. They're little metal things that go over their backs, so it looks like they have little arms. You see them running with those on there. Wow. You'll be in Petticoat if you see that. Soft-boiled, yeah, I'm not a soft-boiled guy. But we do need chickens in the show. And I actually do have a chicken in the show. I had a chicken song. And I could, I'm actually on the way out. Should I play you a chicken song? Not exactly how I thought I did in the show, but I can. Any last questions before I say thank you and I love you so much for joining me? And we'll go off to I might do a chicken song now just for you because you mentioned it. I can do those things. Why? Because I'm a master of my domain. Why? Because I'm the only one in here doing it. There's absolutely nobody to do I even have it up? Let me look and see real quick. Oh, I thought I did. I might be lying to you. Nope, I've got it right here. All right. Just because I was asked for it tonight by Tammy. Tammy, this is going to go really for you. It really is because I appreciate the fact that you have an interest in chickens, and so do I.
Sean Morey is our guest, and Sean is a multi-talented individual, and he's got his banjo out, and he's going to favor us with another tune.
A chicken farmer went out one dark and windy day. By the coop he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a rotten egg hit him in the eye. It was the sight he dreaded, ghost chickens in the sky. The farmer had raised chickens since he was 24, working for the colonel for 30 years or more, killing all those chickens and sending them to fry. Now they want revenge. Ghost chickens in the sky. Everybody. Their beaks were black and shiny, their eyes were burning red. They had no meat or feathers, these chickens were dead. They picked the farmer up and he died by the claw. They cooked him extra crispy and ate him with coleslaw. Ghost chickens in the sky.
That was for you. All the chicken lovers, not chicken livers, chicken lovers around the planet out there who enjoyed that with us. All right, my friends, I had to get that off my neck too. I'm glad you coaxed me into that. I love you for being here with me tonight. Thank you so much for asking all your questions having to do with me and my life and all the stuff that's created this little platform that we speak together every week on. I've got many more Wednesdays coming up. I'm on, what's this, my 10th episode right now in season 8. Usually I do somewhere between 12 and 15 episodes per season. So around about this time I start thinking about, hey, a vacation or something. I don't know. But not necessarily vacation, but you know. Show a review, really? Show the flamingo, for God's sakes, really? Oh my goodness. Yes, you can definitely show a flamingo. Look at all those chickens and flamingos. I had to approve a flamingo? Really? That's just plain silly, YouTube. That's just plain silly. Anyway, thank you so much. I've got a little friend you may know that I want to play on the way out. Thank you once again for all that you do for me in my life, in my tiny house world. You brighten my day. I look forward to my Wednesdays with you. Once again, if you haven't subscribed, oh wait a minute, my favorite movies. Well, I can tell you that most of them are live stuff because I really enjoy. Let me tell you, The Wizard of Oz, and there's a whole long story with that because I've been part of a group who synchronistically used it with Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon to reinterpret that movie for almost 2 decades now. So that holds a very favorite spot in my. I'm over here, aren't I? What am I doing? Hello. And that holds a very favorite spot in my heart. So Wizard of Oz is way up there because I've edited on it for almost 20 years. I know every frame in that movie. At the same time, a lot of live stuff. I love the Last Days of the Fillmore, some great live stuff there. Oh man, once again, there's so many that I'm trying to think even to come out. Oh, Talking Heads, Stop Making Sense. It's a great one. Laurie Anderson's Home of the Brave. These are ones that are inspiring to me. I just like the movie. I'm not as much of an evening movie watcher. I like to create my own movie and soundtrack for my time in life as opposed to watch them. And I do try to keep up on movies that come out, new ones, but I find a lot of content just not really, I find it lacking. And a lot of times it comes down to the same formulas that I've seen repeated most of my life. So I'm always looking for something different. I will tell you right now on Hulu, and there is a version you can get, and it's Alex Degrassi's, I believe that's his last name, In and of Itself. So you can YouTube search right now in 5 minutes. It'll be done. In and of Itself. You'll find it on YouTube. It's somebody else who just copied this movie and put it over there. But I'm a huge fan of this movie, produced and sponsored by Stephen Colbert and Frank Oz, who did all the stuff with Muppets and all that crazy stuff. Great one-man stage show. If you're asking about a favorite movie that I would say watch this, that would be it. Because In and of Itself, it's actually on Hulu, but I know because I just shared a copy of it to Shazandra. Shazandra and to Shelley as well of this movie because I wanted to share it. So let me share it with you in and of itself. Watch that, please. You'll love it. You'll see why once you watch it. Has a lot in common with how I think and how I work. Musical festivals that I've been. Oh, my goodness. Boy. Music festivals that I can remember. Most of the music festivals I've worked at. I'm not as much of a concert goer or a festival goer because there's no place I feel more like a fish out of water when I'm standing around watching everybody else work and somebody else is doing sound and my friends are in the band and they're playing or they're in production. So most of the fun, I've done some great shows through the years in San Francisco at the Fillmore and the Winterland. I've worked with bands like the Mermen and mixed the Tubes and mixed some bands in my lifetime that just amazing that I ever got to work with them. In my own venue, I was fortunate to have at the Mystic Theater. It's a 500-seat facility, as well as being a tour manager and tour engineer for the Mermen, bands like the Smokin' Rhythm Prawns, the Blue Chunks, crazy stuff I did in the early years. All that, Crystal Wind, Kevin Setchko, Kevin Bodie, just some music that took me around the country. Charlie Musselwhite, working with Charlie Musselwhite, doing some concerts in Italy that were just so memorable. In Germany, that were just blew my mind, staying in castles while we're playing shows in Germany. I've had so many. I've been blessed with so much musical input in my life because I've wanted it and I've created it and I envisioned it and there it is. So. Yeah, I've been to a lot. And enjoyed them, mainly because I was working at them, which gives me the most enjoyment when I've actually produced something. Even if I'm just playing a cog in the wheel, I love that. So that's really one of them. All right, what about Dr. Demento? I'm a huge fan of Dr. Demento. I belong to his Facebook group. There is a Facebook group for Dr. Demento, believe it or not. And that's a great one just for checking up. All right, my friends, I've got something queued up over here I want to play to say goodnight. I got my tiny house cat who's going to wag his little cat tail at you and wish you a good night as well. In our way out, once again, thank you so much for being part of Tiny House Live, being part of this show, asking me questions. Have I been to do a David Bowie show? No. David is one of the people I admire so much. He's like David Byrne of Talking Heads. David Bowie, for me, is the pinnacle of. He's been out in space longer than me, man. So no, I'm a huge fan, but no, never got to see David live. That would have been amazing too. It really would have been. So appreciate it on that level, but no, never. Unfortunately, got lots of big hearts going out to you ladies out there and you guys who are with me. Appreciate you all for dropping in and doing this fun little experiment tonight in my steampunk laboratory. I got one left. Really? Well, I don't even need this. Yay! Once again. Thank you.
Tiny House Live.
Yes.
Tiny House Live.
Yep, here he comes. Here he comes. We can all sing along to the our cat friend. Good night, everybody. Love you dearly. Thanks for joining me.
Tiny